All right, today we are diving headfirst into the epic conclusion of Princess Connect, Redive's first major story arc. We're talking about the final, all-out, desperate battle for the entire kingdom of Landosol against a literal self-proclaimed god.
So the way this whole thing plays out is kind of like a roller coaster. We've got a devastating fall, a choice that changes everything, a massive comeback, and then a final reveal that just leaves you thinking. We're going to start right at the bottom, at the absolute lowest point, where it looks like there's no way out.
Okay, so picture this. The heroes have finally pushed the big bad, the tyrant Kaiser Insight, right to the brink. They think they've got her. Victory is right there. And then, bam! She completely transforms, unleashing this terrifying divine power. The fight they were just about to win? Yeah, it's suddenly completely hopeless.
And you can just feel the arrogance dripping from her words here. She's basically saying, you really think working together matters? She doesn't just see them as weaker. She sees them as, well, insects. This isn't a fight between rivals for her. It's pest control. Their teamwork, their greatest strength. To her, it's just a cute, pathetic little fantasy.
And she doesn't just talk the talk, she immediately proves it. The battle just turns into an absolute beatdown. I mean, everyone is there. Nightmare, Twilight Caravan, you name it. They throw everything they have at her, and it's like throwing pebbles at a fortress. It does nothing. She's just casually swatting away their ultimate attacks, shattering their best defenses. She even blows their airship right out of the sky, pretty much just for fun, just to crush their spirits. It's a complete, systematic takedown.
So she decides she's done toying with them. She goes for the kill shot, right at Pecorine, the real princess, the heart and soul of this whole fight. Kaiser unleashes this attack that is absolutely 100% fatal. There's no blocking it, no surviving it. But then, out of nowhere, at the very last possible second, the protagonist, their knight, dives in front of Pecorine and takes the entire blast himself.
And just like that, he's down. The light from the attack fades, and he just falls. The one person holding them all together is gone.
And, this isn't just about losing a powerful fighter. This is the moment hope dies on the battlefield. Pecorine, who is always the beacon of optimism, just shatters. She completely breaks down. And once your spirit is gone, it's a domino effect. The rest of the heroes are just picked off, one by one. It's over. The battle is lost.
But the story doesn't end there. Not quite. Because while his body is lying broken on the battlefield, his consciousness, his soul, gets pulled somewhere else entirely. He finds himself in this weird, dreamlike space, and he's not alone. He's met by some, let's call them mysterious figures.
And okay, this is a really critical moment. His very existence is literally hanging by a thread. They managed to save his soul from being totally erased, but now he's stuck in this waiting room, this liminal space. He can't do anything. He's just forced to watch his friends get defeated back in the real world. And it's in this powerless state that he's given a choice, a truly impossible choice.
So here are the options, and they are both terrible. Option 1, wait it out. Eventually, someone will deal with Kaiser, but not today. All of his friends, everyone he's fighting for right now, they'll be gone. All those bonds, lost forever. Option 2, go back and fight right now. But to do that, he has to unleash this forbidden power. Something so big, it could literally break his body and get him flagged as like a system error, to be deleted by the world itself. So, lose everyone you love, or risk being wiped from existence. Oof. And what does he say? No hesitation, not a second thought. I'm going back. He chooses the people he has right now over some vague promise of a safe future for himself. And that decision, that absolute selfless resolve to risk it all for them, that is the key. That's what finally unlocks his real power, the power of the Princess Knight.
And with that single choice, everything is about to flip on its head. This is the turning point. The hopeless, one-sided beatdown we just saw is about to get a massive second wind, all fueled by the very same bonds he just chose to die for.
So, back on the battlefield, Pecorine is on her knees, completely broken. And then, a brilliant light just explodes from the protagonist's body, and he stands up. You can imagine the reactions, right? Kaiser is just stunned. The heroes can't believe their eyes. He's back. And this time, he's radiating this insane wave of power you can practically feel through the screen. And Pecorine's reaction here just says it all, doesn't it? It's not just,
oh hey, he's back. It's this tangible physical feeling. This incredible warmth and strength is just pouring into her from him. All that power they lost when he fell, it's coming back but like 100 times stronger. And just like that, her hope, her will to fight, it's back online. Instantly.
And right there, the entire focus of the fight just shifts. A second ago, they were all trying to attack Kaiser. Now, their #1 job is to protect him. As Karu yells, they form up around him, a human shield. And from that defensive position, they launch the real counterattack. See, now it's personal. They're not just fighting to save the kingdom anymore, they're fighting to protect their friend who just came back from the dead for them.
And what happens next is just a beautiful, perfect storm of power. The protagonist's buff is cranking everyone's abilities up to 11, way past what should be possible. They just unleash a relentless, non-stop barrage of ultimate after ultimate after ultimate. And this time, it's working. You see Kaiser's divine shield start to crack. Her whole invincible god act is shattering. And for the very first time in this fight, the tyrant is actually taking real significant damage.
But as Kaiser finally gets pushed back on her heels, the fight starts to change. It stops being just a slugfest of raw power, and it starts becoming about something deeper, about finally understanding why. What's the truth behind this all-powerful tyrant?
And it's Kokoro, of all people, who asks the one question that cuts right through all the noise. Think about it. Why did Kaiser bother stealing Pikarine's name and throne? A person with her kind of power doesn't need an army or a title. She could have anything she wanted. So, what was this all really about? What did she actually want?
And then we get the answer. And honestly, it's just so tragic. All of this, the tyranny, the cruelty, the entire war, it was all just a twisted, messed up way for her to try and live out a childish fairy tale, a dream she thought had passed her by. She never wanted to be a god emperor. Deep down, she just wanted to be a princess from a storybook, the kind who's protected by a knight. Her entire evil plan was born from being completely, utterly alone.
And knowing this, it doesn't excuse what she did, not at all. But understanding her pain, her sorrow, it gives the heroes their final push. Now they know exactly what they're fighting for their friends, for their home, and for the right to write their own story, not be a character in someone else's sad one. And with that resolve, Pekarine, powered up by her knight and everyone else, delivers the final blow, a princess strike that finally puts an end to the lonely emperor's reign.
And with that, it's done. The battle is finally over. Kaiser is defeated, captured, her power gone. And over the next few days, you see the kingdom start to heal. Guilds that were fighting each other are now working together, rebuilding everything. And Pekarine, she's not the weird, hungry outcast anymore. Everyone finally sees her for who she is, the true princess of Landosol. But it's not quite a happily ever after ending. As they're taking Kaiser away, she drops one last bombshell, a final warning. She tells them that by beating her, they've just passed some kind of turning point for the world. The real enemy, the one she was apparently getting ready for, is still out there. And so we're left, not with a clean victory, but with this chilling final question. If this godlike emperor wasn't the real final boss, then what in the world is?